Greetings, all you very rare individuals. Welcome to the Afro-Scot podcast. This is episode 1, and we're going to talk about what Afro-Scotism is and how it all started. Afro-Scotism started when I was thinking about my childhood, when I was young and growing up in the roughest part of Scotland, Glasgow, and all the things that I experienced and saw. And I wanted to kind of share that experience through the book that I wrote with Laura Williams called Afro-Scot, which was distributed during my last exhibition in the Mitchell Library. And with this, we're trying to aim to encourage Africans in Glasgow or Scotland or wherever they are to have pride in where they come from, and not feel like they have to fit into a certain category and just to be themselves. Because growing up, I saw how difficult it was kind of growing up in a Scottish environment, and I felt I had to sort of act Scottish, act white as they would say, and then I thought that I had to behave like a black stereotype, which didn't really help me out at all. It kind of makes you confused about your identity and where you come from, and that was fixed by me understanding that I didn't have to fit into a certain category and I could just be me. And through that I was able to mix both identities together, which created AfroScot. And the reason why I want the Africans in Scotland to have some pride in themselves is because I see that a lot of them growing up here, they get involved in the wrong things. They feel like they have to do this and do that, and they don't really have much confidence in themselves to go out and do what they want to do. So it kind of just has a culture of people being sheeps, doing what everybody else is doing and not forging their own path, being trailblazers, which I don't think is very right. And so what AfroScot is really just to encourage the Africans to be more ambitious and to reach for the stars in a way. And also for the Scottish people to really understand Africans themselves and be able to relate to them better, because I see some kind of disconnect where maybe they might feel intimidated. I always hear about Scottish people not wanting to be in the same room as a bunch of Africans. It makes them feel intimidated, it makes them feel kind of on guard, self-conscious. So hopefully through Afro-Scotism, they'll be able to understand that Africans are really just like them, and they don't really need to be afraid of them. This way we'll be able to come together and come to a middle point where we understand each other and be able to have conversations and be in the same room together. Especially in Scotland, where the population of the amount of Africans living here is very, very small, compared to everywhere else. I also noticed that Scottish might find it difficult to really understand where an African is coming from, and their struggles. And I feel like no one has really addressed this issue about this divide that we have in this country for the Africans and for the Scottish as well. That's why I decided to come up with the whole term AfroScot. And the world I'm trying to really create right now, and the dream for this whole thing, is that hopefully we'll be able to come to an understanding and be able to all be in the same room and be able to work together as a team. Because I feel like we're all put on this world to really serve each other and help each other out. And regarding the party is still ongoing. The party is still going to be going on. You should know a week in advance if it will finally be going on, of course, with this whole virus going on right now. But this podcast will hopefully be able to keep you up to date regarding everything that's going on with Uza and the party and the film that we're working on as well.